Hello, Flosstube. We're the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch.
I'm Priscilla.
And I'm Chelsea.
And Ronnie's sick of hearing that. And we're here to talk to you about our stitching this week.
So Calvin returned the missing cover sheet and has absconded with our clicker that we use for the phone in the meantime. So we've had to do this a few times because I hit the button and it didn't start recording, and then the dogs were giving a nasty look in one of them, so we just had to redo it. Just kidding.
But today is Calvin's birthday. Supposedly he was born on the streets, so who really knows when his birthday is?
Happy birthday, Calvin, you devil cat. That's all he wanted for his birthday was a YouTube shout out. So there you go, Calv. First of all, we'd like to say thank you so much to all of our subscribers, new subscribers, old subscribers, likers, all the Instagram love, all the Facebook love.
And all of our stitch-along support.
Joiners.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, there's so many of you and your projects are beautiful. Are beautiful.
It's so fun to see.
If you are new to Instagram, you can also use the follow this hashtag feature where you'd be able to see in your feed all the people that are tagging their stuff, hashtag PC Bless Our Home. And I'm also seeing posts on Facebook too, so I love seeing those as well.
Yes. And it's still the old ones. I saw somebody just finished Winter Wonderland.
Yes, I did too. All right.
So cute.
We're gonna start with shout outs. So a new Flosstuber is Cheryl McKinney. She's been joining in on Bless Our Home, and she's also doing the drawn thread seasonal spots.
And they're really cute. I had to go and Google search those.
So you could probably see those on a future haul video.
I don't know. They got a lot of specialty stitches, I think, and you know how I feel about that.
You can do them. They're easy. All right, Trisha at 3 Out Threads. She does Facebook sales, and I think she does Etsy as well. She's joining in on Bless Our Home, and she was stitching like a maniac.
She finished it, yeah.
She was trying to finish it before Mom. It was her only goal, and Mom just sat there and stitched.
I told her that I knew that, and that's why I had to finish it.
It's not a race.
It was a joke.
It's not a race. We know that.
No, but I wanted to finish it so everybody could see how I finished it in case they wanted to
use the inspiration.
Yes.
All right. Also, a new stitcher is Purple Stitcher. We don't like the color purple, but we love you. So you stitch a lot of the same stuff that we do. So if you haven't checked her out already, check her out. We don't mind purple.
Yeah, we got the purple stitcher and then teal.
Teal, our viewer.
Yeah.
All right. So then we'll go to questions. Darlene wanted to know, what did you mean by the Bank Creek mantelpieces? So Bank Creek.
It actually looks like a fireplace mantle or a shelf.
Yeah.
And there's stuff on the shelf.
It's a bigger rectangular
and stuff that hangs
piece.
down. Yeah.
Yep. And it's 3 sections for each kit that you choose to do based on the...
How many are there? Do you know, like, seasons?
No, there's a patriotic. There's a fall one that's really pretty. Christmas. I think,
is that it?
No, I don't. I'll look them up. But they're beautiful. The first one is a little bit more expensive because it comes with the fabric and all the floss, and then you buy the 2 charts after that.
Why do I think it's stitched like in pearl cotton?
I think it is because we saw it and it looks
big.
Yeah, thicker. Okay.
The
Christina,
patriotic one is amazing.
It is. But you liked the Christmas one too. And the fall one was gorgeous. They're all gorgeous. All right. Christina, do you know how you're going to stitch up Welcome to the Forest? Are you doing all one piece or separately? I am most likely going to do them separately as little pieces for the girls' room.
And I was thinking that I might help her so that we each stitch a couple of them.
Yep. Partner stitching. Janice, what piece is behind you on the green pedestal? And does the clip make an indent over time? Where did you get the frame?
It's blue. I got that at Michael's, and I have a piece of fabric covered sticky board that the clip clips onto, and no, it doesn't, but I wouldn't clip it to my stitching. I don't know.
No.
We'll show it next week.
We'll show it next week. I didn't review my question. I was running
and
late.
It has been shown in previous videos with a different season. So
but this is Lizzie Kate's 4 Seasons.
Right.
I've shown those as well.
And it's aqua. It's not green.
Okay. Vicky.
If that's the one you're talking about.
Right. Any chance we might get to see Chelsea's flock or house at any point? Yes. So most likely we'll go during the summer after I have the baby. It'll probably be easier for just a couple weeks after I have the baby for her to come up, and we can do it outside on my screen porch, and you get a good view of my chicken coop. And my chicken coop will look like, I mean, if you looked at it right now, you'd think I lived like a hillbilly, because I mean, there's mud everywhere. The weather, it just snowed 5 inches on Sunday, was it? So
spring has been horrible.
So, and then I have a patch of zinnias right next to it, so it'll be pretty. Yes, but yes, you'll see my house. Yes, you'll see the nursery. The nursery's coming along. We built the crib on Sunday, so just
Put together the crib.
Put together. What did I say?
Built.
Oh, yeah, put together. We just did some screws. I mostly sat there and held things while my husband read the directions wrong and then redid it. But he got it together. Okay, and then Kim wanted to know, Priscilla, I love how you do your hair. Do you wear a clip in the back?
Yep.
Yes. We both have very fine hair, so
She's got way more hair than I do.
I have length of hair. She has shorter hair, but I usually put my front up too because it just sits flat on my face, and so she does the same. Okay.
Thank you.
Karen, what size covered buttons do you purchase? Do you know?
All different.
All different.
I probably have one package of each that they sell at the store. So
yep. So you just
it depends on what I need.
Darlene, Chelsea, you looked like you had slippers on at the shop. Wasn't it cold? So they aren't slippers. They're UGG slip-ons, and being
They're
pregnant.
indoor, outdoor, and we both wear them all the time.
And we both have the same ones. So we look real cute together.
Yeah, we both got them for Christmas.
I just wear those. They're easier to slip on, and I don't have a lot of shoes right now. That my feet are kind of expanding. I inherited this lovely bursitis bone from somebody I know, and so that's kind of expanding with me being pregnant. So I'm trying to just, I'm trying to be pregnant as cheap as possible, okay? So I can still cross-stitch. I'm limiting the clothes that I buy. I'm limiting all of that.
But we love our Uggs. We both have them out right now.
Yeah, here, I'll show you. So these, they're not slippers.
They do make slippers that look like these, but these are the indoor-outdoor version.
Yep. But Mom was making fun of me that day too. She's like, your feet are so pale. Well, it turns out I was anemic, so I was okay to be pale. Now I'm getting some color back. But I'm going to self-tan my feet just so I'm not self-conscious about them. Okay, and Kelly, how do you decide what size to cut your sticky board?
I measure it. I have one of those self-healing mats, and I just figure out what size I want my piece to be and cut it.
We don't typically keep a lot of border on. I mean, the most border I've seen on your stuff is probably 1/4 inch.
Yeah, I'm not a big one for a lot of excess fabric around the edges.
No.
I like it stitching.
Yep.
And I like decorative fabric around the outside.
Yes. And then
I like it. It's hard to explain. I like my pieces to be more home decor items, considered home decor items than cross stitch. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And I did read on a blog that embroidery is one of the hottest trends coming.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
They must watch us.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding.
Must watch all of Flosstube. All right, how to measure fabric. How do you measure fabric for changing the count size from pattern called for? So all of our fabric that we use is 28 count, and we stitch over 2. So that means we're really stitching a 14 count fabric if you want to for the math. So all the stitch count, it'll say like height and width. You take that for us and we divide by 14, and that tells us how big our piece is going to be. So that's how we convert everything and know how big our fabric should be, because we add typically 2.5, 3 inches to each side, all 4 sides, and that's how you cut your fabric. And then we start in
the left corner usually.
The upper left corner, but we come in 3 inches and down 3 inches.
I think I would be afraid now to start in the middle and worry that I was going to have enough to get to the edge.
Yep. So that's how you do it. And so if you're doing different counts of fabric, you would just divide by your count, right? So if they're doing 16 count, they would divide by 16.
Or if they're doing 32 count, you divide by 16 too.
Yeah, if you're doing over 2.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So that's a little math for you there. I've been doing a lot of math because I'm trying to figure out all my mania pieces. I want to kit everything up so I have the right amount of fabric. And somebody else asked, I see a lot of big pieces that you use. Do you cut your fabric beforehand? I am terrible about that, where I have just been starting to, we dye a yard of fabric at a time, and so I just take the yard. Yeah, each. I take the yard and just
sew on that.
Sew on it. So, and I just flip all 4 corners and start. But I've been better now about cutting my pieces apart.
For Mania, she will definitely have to have her fabric in pieces.
Yes.
At least the first few, and then, well, you could
all.
start it big, but then you're going to have to cut it up. But that's what I do too. A lot of times I'll just start on the big yard, and then I get to where I know I'm going to cut it off, and I cut it.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
We try to be really frugal with our supplies and fabric. So.
I mean, I think that's, we like to recycle. We go to thrift shops. I mean, that's kind of our mentality, is making sure we're using the most of what we have. And that's why she changes up a lot of her thread colors to match similar colors that's called for, because we have them in our stash, and why not use them that way? So we try to do this as budget friendly as possible. Yep. It is a hobby. We have other things that we do, and so this is worked into our life. All right. Chantel wanted to know, are you Illinois based?
I am, yes.
I grew up here, yes. So
right
we're
here.
not in this room, because this is the formal dining room, actually. So we weren't allowed.
Yeah, like you weren't allowed. Stop it. My house is like romper room.
Just everywhere.
We have to move the coffee table in the living room so they can wrestle. It's like.
Yeah, the little boys are really big into WWE right now and being John Cena, and they've gotten the girls into wrestling too, so everybody's a wrestling character. I don't know. It reminds me a lot of pageantry, because they have to like walk around with their muscles, and they're all different people. I don't know. I am now right across the border in Burlington, Wisconsin, so she's local by Gurney Mills area, if you're familiar with that. Ellie wanted to know, what flea markets do y'all go to? She's coming up to Wisconsin or something like that, and she wanted to know what is that flea market that we
go to St. Charles sometimes. We go to Wilmot.
Wilmot is in Wisconsin, St. Charles is in Illinois, but what's that?
I can't think of. I don't know. We have little shops around here too that have a lot of flea market type stuff around them.
Flea stuff.
We're lucky to have access to a lot of them.
Yep. Nancy wanted to know, is there a technique for ripping homespun straight?
No, once...
You have to snip the fabric first.
Right, but sometimes when you get it, it's like crooked, and you can tell because the squares will be off if you're using like a check or a plaid. So then you have to cut it and rip it to get a straight piece, and then the next one you do will be straight, but the first one might be a little bit...
wonky.
Yeah.
Gayla wanted to know, will there be more home tours, like a fall garden? Yes. So we haven't, I mean, by this time now, we'd at least have our stuff rototilled, and I had a greenhouse. I wanted to start stuff, but the weather is, I mean, the weather.
Yesterday it was 60 degrees, but that's the first time we had ice, snow.
I mean, I still have snow at my house, even though it was 60 degrees. So hopefully, hopefully we will have a garden this summer. And maybe we can do a yard sauce video.
Oh.
Yard sauce. It's where it's at. All right, so that's all the questions I have. On to the next. What do you got for finishes this week?
Do previous finishes.
Yes.
Now, I can't remember if I showed this before, but this is a Prairie Schooler piece out of a magazine, and I left off the words. I think it said good morning.
Yes.
And I mounted it on a chalkboard, and the magazine, I can't remember when it was from, but I think it was like the 90s. So I mounted it on a piece of wood that I painted with chalkboard paint, and then I drew around it.
This is just one of those
and it just sits around in my kitchen. Yeah.
Unfinished wood pieces. I think this was from Michael's.
Yeah, probably.
I believe we bought it together.
And this is Prairie Schooler Prairie Seasons, the spring, and it's mounted in a wreath, and this hangs on my china cabinet in the kitchen. So
a very smaller
and then I just wrapped like a garland of flowers around it for the different months or different seasons, sorry.
Different seasons for
those.
It
just hangs in there, and I tie it on with a bow. And then for finishes, or do you want to show your previous?
Finish. Okay. So people were asking, a couple people actually asked Mom too, and Yvonne at Night Owl Stitch asked me what colors I used for Liberty Lane, so I thought I would bring it out. So this was one of my favorite finishes. It's called Liberty Lane, and the colors, the blue that's called for is very like cornflowery, I think. It's very pastel, so we changed it. I used Weeks Dye Works blue jeans, and I did use the called for rhubarb, so it's darker than what is shown on the pattern.
And then we finished it on barnwood and
barnwood, my
ticking.
husband cut in half and screwed together. Now if I were doing this piece, I think even the colors that we're using for Bless Our Home, so the old blue jeans and barn red would look beautiful, and then hickory sticks for the inside of the windows or something like that.
I brought mine out this morning and put a few stitches on it, so.
I told her she needs to stitch on it. It's so cute. The bunting at the top, it's awesome. It's a fun chart. It may seem like a lot, but once you're done with it, it's very rewarding. Okay. Do do do.
Bless Our Home. This is our stitch along.
Can I see?
And it's all on my blog today if you want to see more, but we use the same colors but different shades of them. And I found this truck at Big Lots. And so once I saw the truck online, and I went, because I'm not a Big Lots shopper, I've been there once before this in my life, and I went and I got these trucks, and I told Chelsea, I said, we need to stitch something to go with this. So we Googled like daisy patterns and everything, and that's how we came up with the Bless Our Home. And we thought that it would be perfect with this, and it is. And so that's how the whole stitch along came along, and we said, well, we might as well do a stitch along. So I don't want anybody to get upset because I like raced through it, but I wanted you to see this truck so that if you wanted it, you could go try to find it at your Big Lots.
The truck also, so she covered it up. The truck has a welcome sign that hangs below it, so it's not just the truck. So if you're looking for this, it has a welcome sign underneath it. But how it hung and it just, I don't know. She didn't like it, so.
So I used red, yellow, and blue gingham check ribbons and tied bows and added daisies and mounted it on a red gingham. It's really cute. And the flowers are metal and they're in the truck. So this will hang on my basement door for the summer. I love it. It's really cute.
Very cute. Okay.
Whoops.
Wait. No, watch me, Nene.
I don't know if I did any more on this or not.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Just
This is
a little bit.
the spring ABCs from Little House Needleworks. I want to get this done so bad and get it hung up. But I've still been working on my Chuck on the Farm. And oh my gosh, it's so cute. I cannot wait for it to come out.
Again, she's changing this. She's using Ladybug instead of the purple that it's called for. So Classic Colorworks Ladybug. It's like a pinky red coral.
Yes, kind of corally.
Oh, and here it is.
It was under the coffee table in the living room, which it has a little, like an inch underneath it.
Shelf, so you can't.
So when it got moved for the wrestling match, Chelsea found it.
I think Calvin put it there for me.
I do too.
All right, so
This is October 31st from With Thy Needle and Thread, and I did more of the apron for Witchy Wednesday.
So I just want to point out this. So if you look, this is all, the white is all filled in, right? So if she outlines it like this, and she takes this with her in her car, she can just sit there and mindlessly fill in that white area that she knows is one color, and it makes it a lot easier. So I do that often as well.
On clothes like that, I like to go around instead of striped.
Yes.
It looks more natural.
Woven fabric.
For Santa Sunday, I did a little bit more on the tree farm.
She's
From Hands on
adding,
Design.
what color red did you add into this?
Oh shoot, was it licorice red?
Okay.
Classic Colorworks. And I still haven't decided if I'm going to add a little bit more or if I'm just going to have that little touch of red, but I'll see as I go along.
And that's fabric that we dunked again, isn't it?
Yes, we double dipped our fabrics
Double
last. Was it 2 weeks ago or was it last week?
Yeah, a lot of you, because of Mania, have been tagging us, and you're using
you're
the
all
tea coffee
tea-dyeing.
dye, and your results are really beautiful. You're doing different fabric types and different shades of your fabrics, and we really appreciate being tagged in there and all the kind of things that you've said, and we love seeing your fabrics. They're beautiful. Okay.
And then, like I said, I got out Liberty Lane and I did the blue part in here, and this is Blue Corn from Classic Colorworks. And I can't remember what the red is that I'm using, but maybe next week I'll show you. And this is because, remember last week we said that we needed another hashtag, that everybody's been saying we need a hashtag? Well, several people suggested Stars and Stripes Saturday. So it's going to be Stars and the letter Stripes Saturday.
So patriotic stitching, a lot of us have that coming up for July and summer months, Memorial Day, Veterans Day. I mean, you have a ton of stitching that you can put in there. So Stars and Stripes, patriotic stitching, pull it out on Saturdays. Right now with this kind of weather, it kind of makes me happy to stitch something July-ish or patriotic, because you've got bright colors and it kind of makes it a little bit more.
But I need to get this finished up, so I'm definitely...
This is the, so I can show you, I didn't talk about that. So that's the blue that it's called for. It's very light versus...
Is yours more like the color that we used just now? And mine's more navy.
Yes, yours is navy. But we started that last year together on Memorial Day.
And that's all I did was the 2 bunting things.
But you were also doing Mania, so...
That would have been over.
Oh, no, you were on vacation. You were on vacation.
Oh.
You were in California or something.
Oh.
Yeah, because we were corresponding through text message. Okay, whips in no particular order. Silver Creek samplers. Spooky Boo. So
this is really cute.
I think it was Yvonne and I were talking last year, and I said, I have no Halloween chickens. And then I found a Halloween chicken, so had to get it.
And she left off one of the words.
I told you last year, I'm not, my family's not mature enough to put at first cock crow. So I know it is politically correct, I know, but just know. This chart is not for beginners. This is one of the ones that I told you is a little bit more difficult to read. The symbols aren't as clear. So I have been marking on my chart, which is like a no-no for me, but whatever. All right. Then Lizzie Kate, a bit of May. Again, changing my colors to match Mom's. I got some more of the border done, some more of the flower. I started this on Sunday because I was so inspired by starting to set up the nursery. This is going to go above his door in his room. So I started this instead of something Christmassy. It's going very quickly.
It's really cute.
And I'm just using colors that were in my stash. And I'll finish this on a piece of barnwood. We've already got plans for that.
The little barn is so cute.
Yeah, very quick to do. So if you need something quick, these rows by Bank Creek are older, but they're cute. All right, Bless Our Home. Obviously, you guys know. You've seen that 1,000 times now. I've gotten a little bit farther. I pulled out Lizzie Kate Seasons.
Summer.
I'd done spring. I'm working on, there's my needle. Summer. Using colors that I had.
You should probably move that fabric so it's not on that chalk, because it'll get it on the fabric.
Sorry. And my mother actually said, you don't have a wordplay for May yet. And we're almost done with it. So I'm doing wordplay. And that's how far I've gotten. And I'm using mostly DMC for this one, actually. Inspired Needle actually commented last week too that they have a bunch of the word plays as well. So Inspired Needle in Lamont, and they do mail stuff out. So
I'll put a link below the video if you want to go check them out.
So these are really quick. So words are typically really quick to do, and then there's small motifs.
Yeah, the little motifs are always so
and then
cute.
you'll have 12 stitchings that you can switch out each month.
Or if you're like me, 11, because you don't do November.
11, like Priscilla. All right, what else do we got? I have haul. Do you have haul?
No.
Oh, I have haul. I finished Lizzie Kate Halloween Rules. We had how we were going to finish it. Mom went to go finish it last night, and then I was like, I changed my mind.
We need to get some junking under our belt, I think, before
I figure it out.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't put it out right now anyway, so
right.
It might as well be totally what you want.
Yep. So I rewarded myself with not the first 3 because I clicked the wrong one. So 1, 2, and 4 of Boo Club.
Mm-hmm.
And
She's wanted these for a long time.
I have, and
we could never find them anywhere.
And now I know that this is my last chance to get them, so I'm purchasing them. So Boo Club, this is just like Halloween Rules or Christmas Rules or
no
Jingles and Tingles. There's 2 charts in each of them. Yep, there's no topper, but there is a border that goes around them. So, and they'll be displayed like this. And I plan on using DMC. So they are called for fancy floss, but
probably if you have some of them, you'll...
If I have some, I'll mix them in, but I'm not going to... Yeah.
Because they're small.
All right. That's all the haul I have.
Okay.
What do you have?
I don't have any haul.
You have some gifts?
Yep. So we had sent the kitty string to Cindy. Right? Cindy? Yes, Cindy. And she made these cards and sent them to us. And they are so cute.
They're in great packaging. She's got her stuff on, her information on the back. So she wanted us to let you know that you can...
I asked her if she had a website, and she said no, but if anybody's interested in buying them, that they can contact her on her Instagram.
Which is ICHAWK.
IC Hawk.
IC Hawk.
And she does sell them, so if you're interested in any handmade cards, this
is where you can go.
Really
they're
nice.
Very great. They're very good quality.
They have lots of raised up things, rhinestones, brads. They're very nice. There's a lot of work in those.
Packaging. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I make cards, and mine are nowhere near this, and I know how much work that goes into those. So.
Okay, so
then Tony sent us this awesome card.
What's her name on there? No, her
Instagram name. Oh, Stitches in Kentucky.
Okay,
KY.
So she found this on Etsy and said she had to get it for me because of Calvin.
Calv. He's going to have his first cross stitch. I'm excited about that. And she also sent me...
Scary cat.
She sent me some stuff for babies, so she sent me this beautiful card. And then...
and she sent me a very nice card, too, and with a very nice note. Thank you so much, Tony.
Look at this. So, this is an older chart, obviously. I mean, it's where they're colored in here, you know, just drawn on. But if I can put this on my tea coffee dyed fabric and switch up some of the colors, this is going to be awesome. And the border says E-I-E-I-O, so I plan on starting this. And then she sent some other charts as well.
With chickens.
With chickens and stuff that would be really great for like smalls or ornaments. And this one,
that one's really cute.
Is awesome. She said she liked chickens before they were cool, so now I like chickens because they're cool. I don't know. All right. So thank you so much, Tony.
Those were so nice.
And then we have Denise. So Denise's husband.
She had him carve us chickens.
I can't even.
And a pregnant Chelsea.
Look at these. I mean, the detail in them is amazing.
What's her husband's name? She said it on there.
Woo. Jimmy.
I'm not sure. Is it on the card?
No, it says my husband.
I can't read that. I don't have my glasses on.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We can't wait to put these up. I mean, the work in these is phenomenal.
I'm going to put mine in my tiered tray.
I figured you would. And I have a tiered tray as well that Priscilla comes over and stylizes. So she's going to put mine in mine,
we're on a
too.
first name basis now.
That's what somebody asked. You always call her Priscilla? And I said, only in these videos. You know I love you, Mother. What else you got?
I don't know. How long is our video, you think? Is it too long for Mania?
For Mania, yes. We'll do
Okay.
Mania next week.
Okay.
So next week we plan to have our list of Mania.
I have finalized my list.
Yeah, one thing
Until
she
tomorrow.
wanted to, right, until I look through your charts today. One thing she wanted to like recommend as just like a best practice for Mania if you're first getting into this is we have those hashtag days and she's going to try to stick to those.
Right.
Days.
That's how I was filling mine in. Like for Wednesdays, I need a Halloween, and Saturdays, now I need a
Patriotic, and Sunday to kind of help inspire what she's going to be stitching, and that'll kind of help set her up for the seasons to come too. You'll have Patriotic going into July, you'll have June and July, so you can finish it by July, and then you'll have Christmas started up, you'll have Halloween or fall started up. So I mean, you've got lots of options.
And
do it how you want to do it, or don't do it at all, but that was just
Right.
a best
And we've
practice.
had a lot more questions about it. The Stitch Mania is a group on Facebook, and May is spelled with a Y, not how you spell the regular Mania, and it's
Yep.
all one word.
Yeah, but it's all on Facebook, and people just start new projects.
But there's like no rules, and you can just post what you're starting, or go and see what everybody else is starting.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
Yeah. We lose our minds and we stitch a bunch.
This will be Chelsea's first time. It'll be interesting to see how far she gets, because my first time I didn't. This will be my third time.
I plan on sticking to it, especially if you're going to be saying that. I'm going to do it.
I said that last year too, and I got to like day 20, and I was like, okay, I'm done.
Well, I plan to do a lot of preparation, so I'm that person that I have to have the floss in the bag, and I have to have it like prepared.
I
You
was
can't.
prepared.
You pull floss as you go sometimes. I can't do that. I need to have it in my mind what I'm doing. I might even thread some needles just to start it on there. Just to see.
But like we said before, that won't be what we're going to work on the whole day. I mean, to me, a start is maybe a half an hour or something, and then I'll do my other stuff for the rest of the day.
Yep. All right, and then, okay, so we have a giveaway winner. So the question that we asked, and we always love seeing all the comments, is where do you like to spend your stitching money? So tons
And you guys
of
like
great
to spend your
shops.
money, that's for sure.
Tons of great shops that were mentioned, tons of great online shops. So, I mean, if you're planning a road trip for the summer, go look through the comments of these kinds of videos, and you'll be able to see all these great places that you can stop on the way.
Yep. But there's a lot of comments, isn't there?
Almost 500. But I mean, come on, just scroll. That's okay. All right, so this is my happy place, is the chart by the Scarlet House, is the chart that we chose for last week's giveaway. And the winner is Stitch, Stamp, Sew, Repeat. You have won the chart, so if you could get a hold of us, 2 ways are better than one: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Messenger, email, her blog, Write It in the Sky, send us a letter by owl. And we have another giveaway this week.
These charts were both from our person,
A
our viewer
subscriber,
that,
yeah.
yes, sent them to us last week. So this is from Little House Needleworks, Forest Friends. And our question for this week is...
I've never seen this one. This one's only from 2016, but I've never seen it.
I've never seen it before either. It's very cute.
Okay, and the question this week is, who do you get excited about when they release a new chart? So what designer just has your heart, like, you wait
can't
for
wait to
them
see what
to
they-
post a
right.
new design?
So we can't wait to read all those comments.
Yes, we have a few that we both are just nutso over, and as soon as they come out with something, we're like, click.
And I keep
Bye.
hoping that Prairie Schooler is going to have another Santa this year.
They're not, right?
They had one last year. They were out.
Oh. Oh, maybe they did like back, like
Maybe they had a bunch
in production already.
no, already drawn in their minds.
Yeah,
and
that's what I mean.
I don't know. We
Well,
can always hope, right?
Yeah, and I've heard that they're releasing a bunch of charts that have been favored by many in the past, so that'll be good. That'll also help drive down the prices on eBay to get the cardstock ones if you want the real ones. Like your Santa rides, right?
Right. And that is one of my Mania starts, so.
Yes, so next week we will do kind of a recap. I know we've shown possible manias. This is going to be our set in stone. And we'll kind
Until the next day.
right, and maybe Priscilla can show you her process of how she kits her stuff up. I'll show you how I kit my stuff up if she won't. Again, the sign came from Big Lots. Big Lots. It has a welcome banner at the bottom of it if you're looking for it. I think that's all we've got. Oh, one other thing. Somebody asked too, they said that, they don't, sorry, they aren't really, they're kind of technology challenged. YouTube is kind of as far as they go, and they'd love to see more of the stuff that we talk about that we show on our Instagram. So possibly next week we'll start showing little clips at the end. If you've already seen it, skip past it. It'll be at the end of the video of just some stuff that we've posted on Instagram for those people who haven't been able to see them. Good.
I think that's it.
That is
so if
it.
you get your inspiration from us, tag my blog, tag us. We'd love to see what you're doing. Follow us
PC, bless our home.
Right. Follow us on Instagram at Priscilla Blaine, at Chelsea356, Priscilla's 2000 on Facebook, priscillas2000.blogspot.com for my blog where you see more of everything. And for the lady that asked for the home tour, if you go back to fall, you can see a lot of pictures of the house then.
Yep. It'll be restylized this fall, of course, but if you're
Oh
looking
shoot,
for
I
it,
forgot to
yes.
show my prairie schooler chickens that I finished.
Oh shoot, next week. All
But
right,
I finished them to stick in my tiered tray, and they're so cute, and my tiered tray looks so good with them in there. I gotta make some more.
anything else?
Not enough time in the day.
No.
Anyway, that's it. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching us.
We appreciate it. Thank you for commenting. Again, don't say giveaway. Don't say
Be
free.
a subscriber.
Be a subscriber. Like the video.
Tell us who you can't wait when they...
What designer you can't wait for when they release a new chart. All right. We will see you guys next week.
Goodbye.